Hello, my name is Lynn and I coordinate the apprenticeship programme for Ceredigion County Council. If you are applying for one of our apprentice roles, it's important to watch this video as I'm going to tell you about some essential things you need to cover in your application and hopefully give you some top tips. So once you've clicked the Apply Online button for the apprentice role you're interested in, there'll be 4 pages on the application form to complete. The first page is called About You. This is really straightforward and it's essentially about your personal details. Just a little note here about your registered email address. Please make sure you use an up-to-date email address that you check regularly. If we do need to get in touch with you, all correspondence would go to this email address. You do also have a section here about disability. You can complete this section if you have a disability and tell us about if you require any reasonable adjustments. And please bear in mind this year our interviews will be taking place online. You can also select your interview language preference and tell us about where you heard about the apprenticeship vacancy. So moving on to page 2 of 4, this is a really important section and probably the one that's going to take you the most time to complete. It's the personal supporting statement. So there are 3 main things you must cover here. So number 1, please list all of your qualifications here. Tell us the name of the qualification, the level and the grade. So for example, a GCSE or essential skill in maths at grade C. This is important for 2 reasons. You'll notice some of the apprentice job descriptions require a minimum of 2 GCSEs, for example, in perhaps Welsh or English and maths at grade C or above. So we use this as part of the essential selection criteria for the role. We also have to check you are eligible to sign up to the apprenticeship course with the training provider using the qualification information you provide. So you'll notice some, but not all, of the level 2 apprenticeship states if you have a degree, you may not be eligible to apply. So you need to read the job descriptions carefully and write down a list of your qualifications in this section. Number 2, tell us about any experience, qualities or skills that you have that link to those criteria listed in the job description and person specification. We do appreciate some people applying may have no work experience at all. You may have a little bit of work experience from weekend or summer jobs, and others may have quite a lot of work experience and are looking to change career. As it states on the form there, you can write about any experience and skills you've gained, not just from the world of work, but also examples from school, college, part-time courses. Maybe you've taught yourself a new skill or worked on a project at home. Maybe you've done some volunteering or you're part of a club. So anything along those lines. Try to give us examples and not just write something like, I am a good communicator. Tell us why. So tell us about how you've demonstrated that skill, what the situational task was, who you had to communicate with, and how you communicated either in writing or face-to-face. Lastly, number 3, make sure you tell us why you want the apprenticeship. So what interests you about that area of work? What motivates you to want to work in that area and for the council? And what particular qualities do you think you would bring to the apprentice role? So tell us a bit about yourself as well. So just in summary, the 3 key things you must include in the personal supporting statement are a list of all your qualifications, tell us about your experience, skills and qualities using the criteria listed in the job description and person specification, and make sure you tell us why you want the apprenticeship. Another quick tip here is just to write or type up a draft of your answers before you complete this section. It does time out after 45 minutes, so make sure you save your work as you go along. So moving on to section 3 then, this is all about declarations. So you have the criminal declaration at the top there and also declaration for enhanced disclosure posts. This year in 2020, this only applies to the apprentice youth worker role. So please make sure you complete that if you are applying for the apprentice youth worker job. You have the Declaration of Association and also the General Declaration at the bottom of the form there. So read this and you're really confirming here what you've written is accurate and true, and it also explains how we use your data to process your application form. And the last page of the application form is the Equality Monitoring Details form. So when all of the mandatory sections are complete, you can submit your form before the closing date on Sunday, the 23rd of August. Please bear in mind that once you submit your application, you cannot alter it, so please make sure you're happy with it. Check all your contact details are accurate and up to date before you submit it. You can access your form to view it after submitting it in the My Application section, which is here. So you can download a PDF version, but again, you cannot edit or change it at this point. So I wish you all the best of luck with your application forms, and we really look forward to receiving them.